some people are going to come at me because of this, because of the brand. I don't like people calling themselves brand or building their brand. You want to be known for something, right? But we're not things, right? A thing is a brand, at least in my opinion, right? So what I like to tell people, instead of thinking of yourself like, well, I'm selling something, I need to convince them that, they should buy this. Go in the mentality of, I'm here to help you. Like, what, instead of looking for a job, you're like, yeah, we need a job, obviously, but I'm not here to get a job. I'm actually here to offer you something, help. And I'm looking, as a candidate, I'm looking for the right people who need my help. Some people may not need my help, my specific help. Some people may. Some people I may not want to help, even though they need my help.
Right. It's a two-way street.
Yeah, it's a two-way street. Do you need my specific kind of help? And do I want to help you? And if you change that mentality, it's easier to present yourself, instead of selling yourself, present yourself how you want to be seen by these people.
I love that, because that's the go-giver mentality. It's, we always talk about some people are givers and some people are takers, right? And so if you're going in there trying to get something, like you said, you're trying to get a job, you're taking, right? You're trying to, you're the way you're approaching it is as a taker instead of as a giver, right? And so you're going in figuring out, hey, how can I solve a problem for this company? How can I help this company? Maybe I'm not the right fit, but maybe I can connect them to the right fit. What can I do to solve a problem for this person in front of me? And it actually, what that does is, if you go in with that mindset, that relieves a lot of pressure off of you, actually.
Exactly right.
Sure.
Exactly right.
Sure, it gives you a lot more confidence. Gives you the way you even carry yourself, right, in the interview.
It removes the outcome.
Attitude.
It removes the outcome. It's the same thing, like, Mark, for us in financial services. If we go in there and it's all about, we got to close this deal, got to get this deal, got to close this deal, we're so attached to the outcome that it's self-serving. We're not doing what's in the best interest of the client, right?
Right.
Go in with what is in the best interest for the company.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's you. Maybe that's not you, right?
Well, and I think paired with that, and you can, I guess confirm this, in your preparation, right? Most people are preparing to present, right? And presenting is what? One-sided, right? And so they're not open. And to your point, when you're focused on the outcome, you're not listening, right? And you're not open and receptive to acknowledging and engaging and finding ways, even in the midst of the conversation, of how you can add value. What would you say as far as like how you prepared and then how that interview process went as you overcame that obstacle?
Yeah, when I work with my clients, and a lot of them get surprised because they think we're just going to do mock interviews. They're like, tell me about yourself, biggest strength, biggest weakness, the typical, what kind of dog would you be if you had to be a dog, right? And it's like,
I got asked that question in a date. I swear to God, not kidding you, man. I got asked that question in a date. Anyway, go ahead.
So I don't see a wedding band, so maybe the date didn't go that way.
No, it did not. No, it did not.
So I tell them, okay, yeah, we are going to practice some questions. We're going to do some mock interviews, but more importantly, we're going to learn your story, develop your story. And this isn't about memorizing a script or anything like that. It's about knowing how you want to present yourself. That's half of it. The other half is knowing what questions you want to ask. And I always tell people, don't ask those canned questions. Tell me about the typical day, because the answer is always going to be, no day's typical. Everything's so crazy here. Ha, 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 ha. Everywhere you ask that question, they're going to tell you the same thing. Or diversity. A lot of people, what's the diversity like here? And I tell them, you can go to the KKK, organization for a job there, and ask them, what's the diversity here? Like typical canned question. And they're going to say, we're very diverse. We got, racists from the north, racists from the south, from the east and the west. Right? It's a canned answer.
We got white hoods. We got red hoods.
Exactly, right? It's a canned answer to a canned question. So if you want to really get to know them and see if they're the right fit for you, ask the questions you want an answer to. And I'm not saying you shouldn't ask about diversity. Some people care about that, are very curious. It's like, that's fine. But make sure you ask the right way to the right person so you can get the real answer. So that way, when you leave the interview room, you can decide, okay, is this a place where I want to be? Yes or no? Maybe it's yes, maybe it's a no. That's fine. You make the decision later. You don't have to make it on the spot.